Prince Charles' poignant message to Ukraine is another example of changing of the guard, royal expert Russell Myers said this week. On Tuesday, Charles and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, visited Southend-on-Sea to commemorate the area's new city status. The change was championed by Sir David Amess, the late Tory MP for Southend West, for more than 2 decades. The Prince of Wales handed the letters patent, on behalf of Queen Elizabeth II, to Mayor Margaret Borden during a special council meeting. In a statement, Prince Charles described the death of Sir David as a terrible tragedy. He also said the MP's death was an attack on democracy, and likened it to the ongoing invasion of Ukraine ordered by Vladimir Putin on February 24. The royal said, "What we saw in the terrible tragedy in Southend was an attack on democracy, on an open society, on freedom itself. We are seeing those same values under attack today in Ukraine in the most unconscionable way. In the stand we take here, we are in solidarity with all those who are resisting brutal aggression." Prince William and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, released a statement on Twitter. It read, "In October 2020 we had the privilege to meet President Zelensky and the First Lady to learn of their hope and optimism for Ukraine's future. Today we stand with the President and all of Ukraine's people as they bravely fight for that future." Save the Queen's regular hosts are Zoe Forsey and Daily Mirror royal editor Russell Myers. However, in the latest episode, Mr. Myers was joined by Daily Mirror royal photographer Ian Vogler. Speaking on the recent statements, Mr. Myers said in yesterday's podcast, "It was quite interesting. The language of William and Kate's statement as opposed to Charles really wading in and calling the invasion brutal, saying not only that we stood in solidarity with those resisting the aggression, but talking about how the values are under attack. There had been calls for the Queen to make a statement. Of course, she had been suffering from COVID." Mr. Myers speculated that Charles' statement could be another example of changing of the guard. Mr. Vogler said, "It very much looks that way, doesn't it? As we know, Prince Charles studies these things very carefully. I remember the letters he used to write to various politicians. Has got his finger on the pulse here. He knows what most of us are thinking. That this is abhorrent, wrong, it should never have happened and it needs to stop now." When Theresa War and Therese foreign armies rolling in, "I think the Queen has spoken in the past. I'm not sure where she stands on talking about matters like this. It's good to see Prince Charles taking a stand." Mr. Myers added, by attaching it to the values that Sir David Amess had, most notably marking his tragic assassination as well, but then referencing what the Ukrainian people are going through, an act of brutality as he put it. Resisting brutal aggression was quite clever. Both Prince Charles and Prince William undertook royal engagements as the Queen recovered from COVID-19. While Prince Charles and Camilla were in Southend, the Duke of Cambridge and his wife Kate visited Wales to celebrate St. David's Day. Both couples will be carrying out royal tours later this month. The Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall will visit the Republic of Ireland, while the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge will visit Belize, Jamaica and the Bahamas. The Queen has returned to work having recovered from COVID and mild cold-like symptoms. On Tuesday, Her Majesty held virtual audiences with the ambassadors of Andorra and Chad. She also became the latest royal to express her support and solidarity with the Ukrainian people and made a generous donation to a fundraising appeal for Ukraine.